So, it turns out nothing was wrong with the stream. I don't know why. It was just fine. Nothing was wrong. It just was being dumb. I don't know what's going on with that. It's probably fine. I can turn that up a smidge. We're back now. Wait, am I streaming on the right card now? Maybe? I think I am. Yeah, maybe it's actually... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's doing the right thing. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, there was nothing wrong with it. At least the playback was fine. No! Yes. Oh, thank God. I've made it back. Yay. To this part anyway. And this part, I'll have to... right. Still got it. Definitely have it. I have a lot of the muscle memory about what needs to happen here, but this is the section where I absolutely lost my mind. No! I bet you can see why. I was in the middle of saying something. I don't think I was. I think I finished my story about hardware nobody cares about. It's okay, nobody's watching anyway. But you can't if you're gonna stream. There's no reason to just like sit there and wait until somebody starts talking. There's no point to doing that. I like to make my streams in a way where it is actually watchable after the fact. And you can just kind of watch it as a VOD. And it's fine. Just means that my lovely editor doesn't have to do any work. And yes, I do have an editor. It's Danae. She likes video editing, so I was like, hey, how about you I'll record some bullshit videos. You can edit them. And she does edit sometimes. Ow. And she's learning. And you can check them out at my second channel, Malcolm R1245, where I post gaming videos exclusively, I think. God damn it. And then you can also check out Metalman1245 Vods, where I post the uncut versions of that. I learned my lesson after, because I did Danae's late night mop, and I edited that, but I wanted to cut it down a little bit, but I kind of wanted there to be an option to see what I cut, so I posted the uncut version. Damn it. I posted the uncut version, which I do think was good. I'd like to be able to see like full-on uncut versions from people like Markiplier that I like to watch. But posting it on the main channel I don't think was necessarily a good move. Not that it matters. Nobody watches anything of mine anyway, but, you know, you might as well try. So I started Metalman1245 Vods, where I post uncut versions of everything. And there's the uncut version of Capsule Fracture, episode 2 and half of episode 3 up there, if you would like more Capsule Fracture and to see me beating this. It's 4 hours long. I don't know why you would want to see that, but you can. You sure can. And that's kind of what I see that channel as for me, as if nothing else, it's a footage dump, so that I can pretty much delete my original footage, and then I don't necessarily lose anything. I can pretty much go back and get everything I need. Okay, this was weird. God. Oh almost. I think I will beat this pretty quick though, because it took me literally. I think it's probably like 5 hours. Wait. Oh no, that's not worth it, because that's like a. Yeah, it took me probably literally 5 hours to get past this section of like total game time before. I wouldn't be surprised if I had this by an hour, because I've gotten better at the game. That's what playing this for hours on end does to you. Just you get better. And a lot of it is just that I know this section so well because I've played it so many times. Maybe I'll like start a speedrunning category for this game, and I'll be the only person that puts in. Yeah, this will be my speedrun game. I don't know that there's going to be much to speedrunning it besides just don't die, but might be fun. And if I'm the world leader for a while, yeah, there might be some like minor time skips, but it'd pretty much come down to just like beat every level first try. Would be fun though, because it'd be. I assume that a time like that wouldn't be based off of the in-game timer, ironically, because that, or maybe it would be. Maybe that'd just be like the easiest game to speedrun because it has a built-in speedrun timer. Wouldn't have to do live split or anything. I mean, you could, yeah, you'd still want the live split for like the sections and showing individual levels and what your times are for those individually, and see if you can get better times. But I'd like to speedrun this game once stuff happens. Once I actually have beaten it once, and maybe can say that I'm good enough to be able to beat it with 0 deaths. Because that'd be impressive. That'd be very impressive. I don't know that... I wonder... I imagine that Planet Vano, the guy that actually made this, could probably do it deathless. But... that'd essentially be the speedrun, is just deathless. At least I imagine. Maybe there's some special skips, but I wouldn't know what they are. I'm not very good at breaking games. Usually I like to play them relatively the intended way. Ah, God. I'm running out of things to talk about. There's supposed to be pizza, and I want pizza. But also I want my progress back in this game. But as soon as I'm done with this level, I'm back to where I was. The end of here is where I got to before. That is where I got. And then I managed to get a little bit further, but not to the next checkpoint. That's the thing. Is checkpoint is where... is what I define as actually making progress, is getting to the next checkpoint or like safe spot, maybe even, because there's, I mean, this is almost an auto scroller in its design. There's no stopping and like getting your bearings. You have to just go. So I don't see getting partially through this as progress, at least not because I've beaten it already, because progress would still be achieved if I was getting halfway through this and I was starting to learn it. That would be progress, but I already know this. I played it before. So it's not progress if I only get halfway through it, right? Right? Am I right, or am I right? Focus. Oh, God damn it. Because I need to be on that edge to avoid those spikes, but then I need to move off that edge to avoid the next spikes. I'm so glad that this platform resets. you checked out Planet Vano's YouTube channel? Well, nobody watched this video, but I think more people might have actually watched my... Let's check that. Go on a little detour. Did more people watch my video playing his game than people that watched the devlog? I don't think so. I do not think so. But 31 views on that. Ignore my tabs. Don't look at them. Don't look at anything. Planet Vano. Okay, 215 views. That's a lot more, but that's not a lot of people. Go watch this video. Should I link this in the description? Can I? Can I link this in the description while I'm streaming? I don't think I can do that. I can link it in the chat. You're welcome. Go watch that. Oh, nope, I didn't. I don't need to open that. Go watch his video. It's a great video. It inspired me to start playing this game. That's why we're here. I don't know what it was about this, but I decided I was going to play it, and episode 1 went pretty good. The one that's up on my channel. I played it for a little bit, and it was like, oh, I made it past this. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was kind of hard. But then episode 2, I literally stared blank-faced at the screen for hours. I've got my progress back. 35 minutes. We might as well play a little more. There's no reason to... Ah, God. Yeah, this is quick. I can make some real progress. Ah, those are so fast. Those lasers. As I say, right. So I picked this game up. I'm not usually if I lose too much at a game, it's just like I just give up. And it's like, it's not worth it. But for some reason, this one, just like, I had to beat it. I had to get to the next point. I had to do something about it. I don't know exactly why. I just did. And that's... maybe that's good game design. Maybe I'm just stupid. But I really wanted to complete this. I wanted to be able to say that I could beat this. Something about it. Because even, like, StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3 are two of my like, go-tos. I love those two games. They're RTS, real-time strategy games, and those have been my favorites for years, ever since Warcraft 2 kind of got a little bit old, because I started playing StarCraft 1, so then it was a little bit outdated. But those two have been my go-to, but even those, I set the difficulty pretty low, because I don't like losing, and more times than not, if I'm in a losing position, I just like, give up. Maybe it was because I was making content for it, but, like, I chose to make that content knowing that this is what it was going to... Maybe I thought it wasn't going to be this hard. That's actually very possible that I vastly underestimated the difficulty of this. That is very possible that I did that. But then I started making content for it, and it was like, even though nobody's watching, I still... In case somebody actually did, I wanted to provide a good experience. So I didn't want to quit And so that led to me... Whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay, that's fine, that's fine. No! Ah, God damn it. Okay, that's fine. So I just kept playing, which is not something I would normally do. Normally, if I could never zone in the way I did during episode 2, which, spoilers, not that anybody would want to watch that. But then again, if you're here, maybe you actually would. But, spoiler alert for episode 2, I zoned in a way that I never have before. The world melted around me as I just played this game. That last section, that's the section that I really locked in on and kind of lost myself in for about 3 hours, I think. Oh, God. And it was horrible. I shouldn't say it was horrible. I really shouldn't. But it was... I've never been that focused on a game before. It just hasn't happened because, like I said, generally, if the going gets tough, I give up. I don't enjoy a challenge that much. So this was a surprise to me that I was like wanting to do this, and eventually it wasn't even a want. It was like, oh, I would give anything to get out of this, but I couldn't leave. I was stuck in it. On that last level, I forget if I'd mentioned that moving platform thing. I sat there for 3 hours, just banging my head against it, and eventually I lost my my ability to actually do anything. It was a thing where I don't even know how to explain it. Like that like orange lava type texture that was on the floor, I was like seeing that in my floor. Holy shit. No, shit. Fuck. I hate this game. I hate this game. Shit. That's so hard to account for. I'm just gonna have to, like I say in the uncut version, which I guess technically is already up, but I think it's got like, I think it's got one view from when I test watched it because I finally figured out how chapters work. But I mentioned, I think I'm just going to need to build a mental map in my head of where the lasers go. That almost killed me. God. Oh no. I think that resets. Yes, I am doing this. Yes. Yes, I am doing this. Can I? This is the farthest I've ever been, by the way. I don't like this. This makes me uncomfortable. But, it's sure happening. Can I make this? I don't think I can. So I almost kind of need to get there and then take stock of where I can actually go. This is 100% doable, though. This feels This feels more like a puzzle than the other one. That one was just quick reaction speeds and knowing the level. This one I feel like is going to be a lot more strategic and solid decision making is going to help, but I think this is going to be more of a puzzle to figure out and less of a reaction time based thing, which neither of those is necessarily bad, but I do think I prefer. I'm looking forward to this more puzzle type level than what we had in that other one. Technically, I am the best in the world at this game, officially, because nobody else has played it. And Planet Vano actually challenged me to be the first one to beat it post-release. And I think, despite the fact that I just dropped it for a little while, I think I still can do that, because, like, I mean, only 250 people watched the devlog. I don't know how many people have played this game, but as far as I can tell, I'm still the only person playing it on YouTube. I think there were some, like, Twitch streamers that he sent the demo to, but as far as I'm aware, I am the only person that picked up this game and started playing it for YouTube, as far as I'm aware. Oh, God. I saw that one coming, but I couldn't really do anything to stop it. So I feel pretty good about my status as the official speedrunning champion of this game, even though I haven't beaten it. Ooh. I guess the actual skill level isn't necessarily true, because Vano himself is pretty good at this game, obviously. By nature, if you develop a game, you're kind of going to be at least semi-passable at it. I don't think these lasers... I don't think that I can build a map of them, because I think they all have different timers. I saw lasers overlap there that I hadn't seen overlap in that way before, so I think they're all in different timers. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think there is a pattern to this, necessarily. Which means it's less of a puzzle than I was hoping, but it still is a puzzle. It's just, it's not going to be as much of a timing puzzle as I thought, and more of a, I need to know where I need to go puzzle. Because that's still one of my, I believe, my biggest problem is that I don't know where exactly I need to go. And I think that's going to cause problems for me in the long term. I got there before. That's 100% possible. That's not my problem. There is not my problem. I actually need to I need to make sure I don't beat this here. Well, I mean, I can beat this here if I want to, but it would make the editing harder, because it'd mean that for episode 3 of this playthrough. What?
Don't make it harder.
Well, I guess it wouldn't make it that much harder, but it wouldn't really make it any harder. In fact, in some ways, it'd actually make it easier. Because if I were to beat this here, then we'd want to just pull footage from this and call it episode 3, and then dump the VODs for this on Metalman 1245. Or I could just... Yeah, I wouldn't need to do that at all, because I could just include I could just include these streams after they're done in the Capsule Fracture Uncut playlist on Metalman1245 Vods, which you should go subscribe to if you want hours and hours and hours of uncut things, which, right, that's something that I meant to say before that I didn't. I kind of consider it to be a little bit of a footage dump channel. Did you drop your cupcake?
Yeah.
I think you dropped your cupcake.
But the frosting's not wet or anything, so it's fine.
Oh! I don't like this. Okay, so I really wish that I could have a better view of this. Can I make it there? I have to be able to, right? And then I can jump over to that platform over there. I think I have to be able to make it there. Right? That doesn't feel doable, though. Oh, shit. Okay, I can zoom way out. That might be better in a lot of circumstances. Yeah, this might actually be a lot better to zoom out this far. Maybe it's just because I'm an RTS player, so it feels better. But I feel like I can see more things. That's not good though when it like zooms in like that. If this was to get a full release, I think that camera system, like snapping to the wall like that, needs to get addressed, because that, if you're zoomed out this far, feels very bad. Yeah, and it yeah, I think I can't zoom out that far. I think I need to yeah, this is more the zoom I was accustomed to. Yeah, that's really causing problems. It's probably causing more problems than it's solving. So I think that level of zoom out is not necessarily helping in this case. I think this is a safe spot. But I need to be kind of in the middle in order to see. Because I really need to get a zoomed out view of that whole room so that I can really see what's happening. Oh, I didn't even notice that there's like flying spikes there, because they just fly immediately whenever I go. Okay. I think this is safe. So, yeah, this should be safe. But I still can't see, because look at that's bad. How the zoom changes dramatically based on the way that you're looking. And I need the depth perception in order to be able to beat this, so I can't just do this top down, because the lasers are not two-dimensional. This is gonna be rough. I really like the zoomed out view of this, but I'm unconvinced that it's
Better.
Polished. It doesn't work well, is the problem with it. Like this. Yeah, this is making it hard. I need to be focused on me. Yeah, I need to force that one to track into a wall. What? What was that? bullshit. That's what that was. Oh, if you hide here, you're just safe. Okay, cool. Good to know. I need to zoom out just a little more. This could be interesting. I'm not sure that... No, I need strategy here. I can't just bang my head against this wall. Because this requires me knowing where I'm going. I think. Can I get there? Is there anywhere else that I could get here? If I touch that, do I die? Oh, I can't. You can be on the cameras. That's a bit of a game changer. That means I win. At least I assume. Because that seems... Ah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I go there when that laser is distracted. Okay. Ah. Okay, I think I've got this. I think that was what I needed. Danae, you're probably gonna have to pull footage from this stream when you edit this. Oh, you're gone. That's fine. She'll know. She'll notice eventually. Oh, jeez. That one moves fast. These have really weird accelerations. They're not like... They're not static accelerations, which I actually like. It makes them a little more unpredictable. My shift key... Yeah, see that? It... What was that? I think jumping on the laser is the way to go, though. I think that's what's gonna succeed me in this run. Succeed me. That means something completely different. If you use it in that context. Ow. Or does it? Is that the same thing? Wait. Is that the same word? Because, like, succeed. Because to succeed in something is, like, achieving success. But if you were to succeed a person, that implies that you were their heir, and you are now getting their throne. My son, what are you doing? Succeeding you, father. That's my Arthas and King Tyrannus impression from Warcraft 3. No. This feels very bad. Okay. That was weird. Okay, I've gotten here. So now... I think I know where I need to go from here. Oh, no, you bitch of a laser. Okay, I think I've got this. I really do think that I've... Sure. I've only been streaming for 30 minutes. I feel like I've been here longer than that, but what do I know? Maybe it's because I'm used to these episodes taking hours. That might be what I'm... What? Oh, that was my own stupidity. Oh. I turned too sharp. I didn't turn. That's real fast. God damn it. I'm losing it. I'm losing it a little bit. Okay. I kind of want to go silent, but I'm not going to do that. That'd be lame. Go watch Planet Vano's video. You'll see this footage again when it makes it into the cut version. I shouldn't say the cut version because that sounds weird, but the edited version of episode 3 of Capsule Fracture. Because episode 2 is already complete. That's when I got to this section in the first place. But this shows dramatic improvement that just playing the game improves your game. Come on, Laser. Come on, Mr. Laser. No, I died on the very laser which was supposed to save me. Why is Shift being stupid? Oh no, oh no, I don't like this. I knew I shouldn't have liked it. Unlike you, who should like this live stream and this video. You should like this video and subscribe to Metalman1245 and to Malcolm R1245, where I do gaming and Metalman1245 clips or Vods. I don't have a clips channel because I think they're stupid, but I get that they're basically just free money, but I don't make money doing this. Ow. People would probably actually watch a clips channel, but alas, that'd be too much work. But I'm not doing the editing anymore, so Danae could probably make something happen in terms of clips, but that's not really her strong suit yet. I really hope the audio is well balanced. It looks well balanced. Maybe the game needs to be a little louder, but I tend to want to make the game a little quiet as compared to too loud. For horror games, it's a little different, but I never play horror games because I'm a little bitch baby. But I've seen too many videos of mine where I streamed it, and the game's way too loud, and it just like is terrible. So I try to err on the side of me being too loud and then the game being too quiet, because the game audio it matters, but if I'm streaming and I can't adjust it after the fact, then it kind of ran right into that, didn't I? Oh, it seeks, and then when it finds me, I should have known that by now. So that's why sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not, because it's seeking. Yeah. Okay, I think that corner is a good spot. I can't tell if I'm about to die or not. Okay, we're back. at Mr. Laser. We can do this. We can do this. I think this is going to be fine, just fine. Oh, shit. But I'm going to have to concentrate. Concentration. Concentrate. Concentrate. I fucked it up. Oh, shit. More music would also be appreciated for this game, but this is a 1.0 demo, so I think for a 1.0 demo, it's done a lot of things right. It's the wall, the camera and the wall is the one thing that I do not like, because it takes me out of it a lot, especially if I have the wider view, which I would prefer to have the wider view. The only reason I don't is because the wall camera interaction messes that up and makes it like unusable, because it'll snap you so far in. So that'd be the one thing that I would say could require a little bit of touch up for what this is. I think it's solid. It feels good, and you don't need an amazing computer to run it. And this was made in 5 days, so I think he did a great job. He makes great content, actually. Planet Vano is somebody that I very much enjoy watching. I don't really watch his gameplay stuff. That's weird. But all of the Lixian-esque devlog stuff I've enjoyed of his. God damn it. Why sometimes you no shift? It's probably because my keyboard is bad. I think I could speedrun this game eventually. Because even... Whoa, no, there's a laser right there. Oh, that's not a safe spot. That makes sense. There probably are no safe spots. There's probably a laser that goes over all of the spots that you can be at some point, except maybe on top of that, because I'm not sure that collision with that's actually intended. I'm not sure that that's the intended solution to this. I'm not convinced that it isn't, but I'm not convinced that it is. You know how it is or isn't. But I do think that that's my best shot at beating this. It works for me. Okay, and now this guy. Oh no. That felt bad. That felt real bad. Should I just go? That's probably a better strategy, to just let that spike go and then just go. Oops. Well, that's not a better strategy, but... Yeah, I think it returns to seeking. Oh, well, that's not better either. I think this is a better strategy. Yeah, changing up my strategy for this in the middle. Oh, but I do want to speedrun this eventually, so... Ow. So I'm optimizing for speed running. Look at the speed. Ow. That wasn't so speedy. But then again, slow is steady and steady's fast. Or is it slow is consistent and consistent is fast? Or something like that. Something to that effect. Slow is steady and steady's fast. Oh no. I don't like this. Ah, no. Ah. I'm gonna die. Ah. Okay, can I? Oh, I can. Okay. No! Shit. Okay. I think that's way better. Yeah, that's way better. Just wait for it. Get right up to it in order to trigger the rush, and then just go. Once I stop being stupid, at least it'll be better. Like that. Whoa. Oh, come on. That's just dumb. You, laser. I mean, I can't get mad at you because you're serving as my platform. Actually, YouTube is my platform. Why am I not doing Restream anymore? Yeah, because it's more of a pain than it's worth, and Twitch is garbage, so that's why. I did Restream for a little bit, where I would be streaming to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. But yeah, it's more trouble than it's worth with nobody watching. Because I mostly stream to nobody and then just keep it as like content anyway. I need to check the Rexar campaign because that actually performed relatively well for my content's standards. But like episode 3 was way more popular than episode 1, which goes against all traditional like series wisdom that episode 1 is always going to be the most popular, because who would click on episode 3 without having watched episode 1? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So naturally, that would mean episode 1 has the most clicks. Because anybody, in theory, that hasn't clicked that won't click the next videos. But clearly, that's not the case for me. Because the Rexar campaign was absolutely not that. No, and I was there too. I could have kept a little bit of progress. Oh no, that's not good. I think I was gonna die there anyway. I need to check which Rexar campaign is the most popular, but it's not one, which is the surprising part. I was very surprised when I looked and I was like, what? How did that happen? Not that it matters. I haven't seen a dime from YouTube, and that's fine because I'm not making them any money. Nobody watches me, so then why do it? Well, because I think it's fun. I think it's fun to like do this, and it increases your skill as a creator regardless, because I learned a lot from making YouTube videos that applies to, say, making music videos. Was there a reason for me to come here? I think there was. Oh Lord. Oh, there was. I have to hop on that. Oh no, I hate that. I hate that. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, well, time for learning, I guess. This isn't really this, but I actually really enjoy lore in video games. I really like reading, which is ironic because I haven't been able to sit down to read a book in years. It's just something about reading in games is like I'll sit there and read basically a book in a game, but I can't read a book. maybe I can read a book, and I just haven't done it in a long time, because it's been a long time since I've picked up a book. And that, yes, that does include like ebooks. I don't really read just for the sake of reading a story. But if I'm in a video game, I really enjoy just like StarCraft Mass Recall was really bad for me because it had like paragraph tooltips on everything, and I wouldn't actually play the game. I would just sit there and read the tooltips for all the enemies and all my stuff, and it was I actually put it down when I first started playing StarCraft Mass Recall because of that, because I couldn't play the game because I was sitting there and reading the tooltips, which I guess I was enjoying it, so I don't know why that was a problem, but it felt bad. Felt like that wasn't what the intended experience was. Holy shit. Okay, when I get up there again, I need to watch that platform. Ow. I know this is supposed to be a rage game, but I feel like more frequent checkpoints would also make this just a generally more enjoyable experience. Because one of the things that's tough about games is it's fine to do something that requires a lot of skill, but what's really frustrating is when you have to go through a lot to try that section again after you fail it. I guess it's just it's the losing progress thing. That's what made obviously Bennett Foddy so rage-inducing, and the things that came after it, the Pogo Stucks and the difficult game about climbings of the world, is that you could lose progress. You could lose a lot of progress, or you could lose all your progress. But I feel like there's two things that made those games unique, or at least Bennett Foddy. The first was, of course, that you could lose a lot of progress, but the second was that the control scheme was unfair and intentionally stupid. I feel like this game has neither of those things. This control scheme is not stupid. It's aside from the camera into the wall thing, but that's not I think that's more of a design oversight as compared to an intentional choice that he was like, oh, I want to make this a bad system. That was more of an oversight, I assume. But then this also has checkpoints. This has a checkpoint system, and there's no way to mess something up and lose all your progress, or even lose a significant chunk of progress. So I feel like inherently this isn't really a rage game. So I mean, I guess rage game probably gets the clicks. So that's probably why it was labeled and like semi-designed as such, but I don't think it actually inherently is. Oh no. Oh. Ugh. So I think that more checkpoints would make this a more enjoyable experience in a lot of ways. Like having a checkpoint there maybe would be a little bit much, but having a checkpoint like midway through this section, like where I got before, or maybe even where I just died at that little elevator section, just so that you don't have to keep redoing stuff. And that's what's like, it's hard because that could be like rage. Oh, I lost my progress, but it could also just be monotony. Like, okay, I've already done this. It was cool the first time, but it's not so cool the 4,000th time. Oh, shit. Okay. I knew that was going to happen. I was staying there too long. And that is the monotony I can't imagine is either clickbaitable or enjoyable to actually play. Because I think there's a difference between something that's going to perform well, say if you're Let's Playing, and something that's actually fun to play. World of Warcraft, for example, I don't think is a very YouTubeable game, because inherently you have to spend hours making progress. So really, clip shows would be all that would make any sense. But even then, like, not that you can't make content about World of Warcraft, but it's not really going to be gameplay. You know, that's not really that type of game. Whereas obviously Five Nights at Freddy's is the YouTube game. Ow. And that one, I mean, I think it's as much a rage game as this is, because I guess that is a horror game. And if we're just talking like Five Nights at Freddy's 1, because obviously it's changed a lot over the years, what made that game scary was losing your progress. And inherently that's kind of how you have to make games scary, is there has to be some form of stakes. And so generally that's going to be losing progress. Not that much, but I guess that's what's hard, is if you don't lose that much progress, then is it that scary? Because there's no tenseness of like, oh, I need to do this, but I don't know. I think it's more shit. I think it's better to just build a good atmosphere in terms of horror games, and then if there's low stakes, it's whatever. You can still see that the atmosphere is good and scary. I think Choo Choo Charles did that very well. The low stakes environment was really good, where you didn't really have much to lose. Like, death was not very punishing in that game. It was like a couple scrap, and it wasn't very punishing, and I think that's good, because that means that if it's, but then it also wasn't really that scary for the same reason. So it's hard to strike a balance, I think, between, I don't know if I messed that up, something fierce. It's hard to strike a balance between the monotony of having to redo what you've already done and the fear that comes from tension. So I'm not sure. I don't really enjoy like scary games or scary movies. Movies are a little better though, because I can kind of get used to that. But oh no, am I not supposed to go there? Where am I? I'm actually kind of confused about where I'm supposed to go. Been rambling about all this stuff. I was talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't even know where I was going with that. I had something to say, but I don't know what it was. I've lost all train of thought. Oh no, please stop. Ow. I have a feeling that I'm not going to like this next section very much, because it's going to be like that previous section where it's all about just learning the route and getting good at it, except I'm going to have to spend so long just to getting to it that I'm going to get so few chances to actually try it. And I mean, that's kind of the game design problem that I was talking about before, is you don't want to gatekeep your sections behind having to do a bunch of crap to get to your section that requires skill. Because then it's like you almost just kind of want to get it over with, because it's like, okay, I have to go through all this to get this, so I'm not gonna enjoy it too much. I'm just kind of gonna try to get through it so that I don't have to do all that other stuff all over again. My hand's getting pretty tired. I don't know how much longer this stream is gonna go. Is there anybody even watching? Can I check that? Is there a way for me to look at that without opening? Yeah, no, YouTube Studio is still being stupid, so it's not detected. It doesn't even think I'm live. There's nobody in chat, but doesn't mean there's nobody watching. Just means there's nobody in chat, which means that there's nobody that's actually watching. Come on. You gotta chat with me a little bit. I swear I'll actually look at your messages if you send them. Or you could go watch Planet Vano's video about making this game, and I wouldn't be offended, because that video deserves much more traction than it has, which is very little. It did not perform very well. Ow. Just like I'm not performing very well. Or my channel performs very well. I mean, it's not doing any worse than any other project that I've done, because I also make music, and that's really achieved nothing. And the problem there is that I need to commit to doing something full time. I haven't committed to doing something full time. I do my channel, and I also make music, and I also am working on a voice acting mod for StarCraft, and I'm also working on a voice acting mod for Super Paper Mario, and I'm also in Beale Street Theater Productions, so that's live theater. And I'm also building computers, and I'm also just kind of sitting around bullshitting, watching YouTube. So if I really wanted to do one of these things for a living, I would have to commit to doing it full time and decide, like, okay, this is what I'm going to spend my time doing. It's what I'm going to commit to. But I can't do that. I want to do all of these things. And so that means that I don't really end up making money at any of them, because none of them I've put the time and resources for it to actually be profitable. And honestly, that's okay. I feel like if I wanted my YouTube channel to be profitable, because I actually did, I watched like a video on like, oh, how to make sure that your YouTube thing will be successful. But a lot of it was like, oh, look at a video that's already been done and performed well, and then steal it. I was like, okay, well, what's the point? Why even make the video then? What's the point of that? Why would I want to make a video that's already been made? And that's why I've strayed away from a lot of videos, because I want to do something that I feel like nobody else has really done. Because if it's already been done, then it's probably been done better than how I would do it. So the only way I'm ever going to distinguish myself is by like, okay, nobody else is doing this. I'm the only content creator that's covering this. Okay, that... Oh, no. Have I been going the wrong way this whole time? Very possibly, yes. also very possibly no, but I've got to try these things. Be really nice if there was a checkpoint near that elevator so that I wouldn't have to go through all this again. Like right there, right here, there should be a checkpoint. Well, not right here, obviously. That was before I died, but there should be a checkpoint there because it... Again, no, I know this is supposed to be a rage game, and that means that it's going to need to have like a losing progress system. That's the whole thing, is like you rage because you lost all your progress. But I feel like maybe it's just me being more of a casual gamer that enjoys feeling like they've accomplished something, but I'd really prefer more checkpoints to make it more that's not going to make the game easier necessarily. It just means that you have to go through less to try these difficult sections. And so it allows you to just get better at them. At least I think that way. Hopefully I can make that jump that I was looking at before, because I'm not wholly convinced that that is the correct way to go. Also, if anybody could do a killer Luigi impression, hit me up, because I mentioned I'm doing a voice acting mod for Super Paper Mario, and I'm having real trouble finding a Luigi. I could probably do it. It's me, Luigi. Oh no. Big Bro's in trouble again. But that's the thing, like, I lose the voice as soon as I say something more than Wahoo or Ouija. Because I don't know what that voice sounds like if you actually apply it to a real sentence. So it's been very difficult for me, and then also for the guy that I'm working with on it, that I'm thinking is probably going to be Luigi. He struggled with a lot of the same thing, that like I can say Wahoo and Mario and Luigi just fine. But as soon as I actually try to form a coherent sentence, it's like, what? Wait. What does Luigi saying the sound like? I don't know. Okay, can I, in theory, make that jump? But then where would I go from there? I think I see what I need to do. And this is going to be well, that was going to be the difficult jump. Getting up there. Ow. At least I think so. Oh no. I think I'm losing a bit of steam. I might call it quits here in a second. I don't know when exactly, but I'm kind of feeling like I'm not really gaining. Well, no, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say because like it's really just about knowing the section, obviously, because that's makes sense. But also I have recorded content for this, and I'm not sure that coming from a live stream is going to be as fun, because I don't treat it the same way as recording, because this is put out to the world exactly as it is. So I'm not 100% sure if I were to beat this here. Obviously, I'd kind of include this footage as the cut down version, and then just this stream would be the uncut version. Oh, god damn it. But I almost kind of want to revisit this in a recorded format where I don't feel bad shutting up for a little bit. But like here, I don't feel like I can do that, because it just feels bad, because this isn't a recording where we can cut that out. This is available to be viewed as is. And obviously I'm putting out the uncut versions of these as well, but that's different because there's also an expectation there that there's going to be a lot of stuff in an uncut video that's going to be a little bit boring to watch. So there's kind of understanding. There's an understanding there of what that is, whereas a live stream is a bit of a different medium, where if you're just not talking for long periods of time and not being entertaining in any way for long periods of time, it's just bad, because that's the way it's intended to be viewed. The uncut videos, I see that more of a footage dump for me than as a thing that I actually expect people to watch. Although people have watched it a little bit. Not much. Not much at all. But people didn't watch the actual video either. So, really,
The pizza is right here.
I didn't lose anything. I can't hear you. I can hear that you're talking, and that's about it. Oh, no. Okay, so that also falls there. I'm not convinced I can make that jump, or if I can, it's going to have to be incredibly precise. I would have died there anyway. If I hadn't died where I did, I would have died where I didn't. This... Okay. I'm not... I see the path, but I don't know if that's actually gonna do me any good. Remember what I said about shutting up for long periods of time? Well, now I'm doing that. One of the things that I've learned is that I need to stop taking this so seriously. There's only so much value to doing things the way that the YouTube algorithm wants me to do it, because nobody watches my videos anyway. So it's almost like, why don't I just do things the way that I want to do them? And if this is basically just a glorified recording session, then why don't I just shut up and get what I need done? Because realistically, nobody's going to watch this anyway. That's actually kind of what my concept now behind Malcolm R1245 is that these are gaming videos for games that are a little bit niche. They're things that I like. Not necessarily that are going to be algorithmically pleasing, but what it really is just a way for Danae to learn editing, because she wants to video edit. So I was like, oh, well, then I'll just play bullshit games nobody's going to watch. And we know that nobody's going to watch them, so that you can just kind of learn on these. And if you mess them up, and it's like, yeah, whatever, who cares? We knew nobody was going to watch this anyway, so if it's bad, then whatever. But then at the same time, sometimes stakes are how you learn, so I don't know if that was necessarily the greatest choice, but we're here now. I feel like that has to be makeable, right? Okay, that's the previous section. Oh, that's why it's moving, because this laser... Oh, I jumped it right at the wrong time. How do I beat this? It's not like I can look up a guide. And I already kind of cheated watching Vano's devlog video. I almost kind of want to watch it again, maybe on stream, so that I can do like a semi-reaction type content, but also it has some value because I'm like trying to do something. Okay, hold on. Let me do an experiment here. Okay, so I can jump about to that block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces ish, it looks like. Yeah, I can jump about 5 spaces. So, because I know I can only jump 1 block high. So, yeah, a ratio of 5 to 1 makes a little bit of sense of no, it's fine. Why would you even be worried? So, if I could count the blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it kind of looks like 6, but it's kind of hard to actually tell. I'm going to wait for the laser to kind of swipe that. There it was. Yeah, okay, that was not helpful. I kind of feel like I'll be expected to jump on one of those at some point. I might be missing something, actually. Because you absolutely can jump on pillars that have spikes on them. You just have to land very precisely. I've proven that because there was another section where you had to, the previous section, you had to do that. So spikes aren't a don't go here mechanic in this game necessarily. So I don't fully trust that he's not going to make me jump on one of these pillars. I really don't trust that. This is going to take some trial and error to figure out. Either that or I could get good. I mean, I feel like I'm already good at this game. I feel like I'm good at pulling off certain maneuvers. The problem is that I don't know things. Oh no. Oh, God. Okay. All right. I'm changing gears for a slight bit. I want to see if he gives any hints in this.
For whatever reason, I've always been fascinated by rage games. I can't possibly come up with a reason.
Oh. My camera. I actually don't know who this is. I have not a clue. Or this. That's Jacksepticeye. I haven't actually watched him playing Jump King. The only reason I know Jump King is Code Bullet, the chair throwing.
But 10 years ago, when I first started learning how to make games, I had every kid's dream of making millions off of their first fully released video game, as unrealistic as that is. So I figured I could probably make some 3D platformer rage game pretty easily and sell that immediately.
Yeah, is that getting over it? No,
so
no, it's not.
Something that looked a little bit like this. I don't have the original project files anymore, unfortunately, but
yeah, that's fine.
Close enough. And I probably worked on that project for a few months, but eventually I stopped working on it. I don't really remember why. It was probably because I'm not a 3D modeler and I couldn't replace the default Unreal Engine mannequin character.
Yeah.
So pretty sure I gave up. Or
That's
just
fair.
and moved on. I don't know. I was a kid. Either way,
I've abandoned so many projects for that reason.
And I still think it'd be really cool to turn that simple project into something more. And now that I'm a more experienced developer and I've been doing this for a while, I could probably throw something together pretty simple like that in, I don't know, 5 days? Alright, so I'm remaking this Rage game. Great.
This is a great video. Go watch this.
Back to this project after all these years, but there's a problem right off the bat. This game, there's nothing to it. It's a dude who runs around avoiding a bunch of spikes. That's nothing interesting. I've got to turn this baseline of a project into a video game, and I think the first thing we can do to tackle that
You
is
certainly did it.
replace that
Yeah.
mannequin character that I talked about before.
Yeah, that's what you couldn't do when you were a
Spend
kid.
$50 on some robot character or something and go with a robot who needs to escape this facility filled with evil robots that are trying to stop you from getting out or something like that. But instead, since I only have a week and I'm pretty broke, maybe I can work with a bean. Where have I heard this before? I made a game about a bean already.
Yep, I am Bean.
I promise I was not doing this because I wanted to capitalize off of the fact that Bean video is one of my best videos I've ever made.
That's okay. It is a really good video, but
look, the simplicity of using this default Bean thing is going to help me propel this project forward and actually get it done. So maybe
That's fair.
I use this Bean to my advantage. Maybe I make a game where you play as this default untextured bean trying to escape this prototype facility. I like the sound of this. This
I
sounds
actually
pretty original. And also weirdly kind of sounds like Portal, now that I think about it. I don't really know how that sounds like Portal. I've never played Portal.
it does. It does sound like Portal. I haven't played Portal either, actually. But
default untextured bean into this empty hallway, and then I threw a grid texture on everything else, and voila, it looks amazing. It looks like it looks unfinished. I get it. That's the point. What matters is I already have
it looks cool.
movement around in this hallway.
I actually rather like the look of it.
The movement of this character has been adjusted and actually feels good in comparison to whatever that other monstrosity was that I made 10 years ago. Now, this
that's very low gravity.
And it's an issue that would come up many, many, many more times throughout the project.
Is it the camera?
The camera. Now, this is a third-person game, so there are a million different ways you can set up the camera, which also makes it really hard to get right. If you to the other
yeah,
game,
and you did not. I'm sorry.
And the reason this worked for that game is because the whole path was linear. Putting the camera on a track actually helped me take the player from point A to point B and kind of guide them along the way. But in this game, I don't want that to be the case. I want the player to have to figure out where they're supposed to go. And putting the camera on a track would ruin that because the track is going in the right direction. So my other option would be to attach the camera to the player. But there are only so many ways we can do that. One of which being a pole. That was probably one of the worst transitions in video history, I know. But my point is,
I don't think that was that bad, honestly.
Basically at the end of a pole. Like, look, it's really long pole. Like back here, the camera could be back here, and stick out of the back of my neck and follow me around like this, you know?
Yeah.
I really hope the audio quality in this video is any good because I only have one take. The sun's going down. But putting the camera on a pole comes with
this is fine.
For example,
for a lav
I
mic.
wasn't done with the pole yet. I kind of put it away already, but it's back now. Okay, so I have the camera attached to the end of this pole, right? And I turn this way. Oh, the pole hit the wall. Uh-oh, where should the camera go? Probably right here. So that way it's not looking at the wall, you know? Because, I mean, the view that you would have would be something like this. You would see this and not me. I'm gonna break a window if I'm not careful here. And see, this idea is great because Unreal Engine,
I love
by
this video.
default, snaps the camera to the nearest point of collision, which would be right here on the wall. So then the camera's just closer to the back of my head. But the problem is that snaps. It doesn't smoothly move to it. It just kind of snaps into place. And as great as that may be, that's not what we want. And of course, Unreal Engine doesn't have a way to smooth from point A to point B with the default spring arm component.
Of course not.
To simulate the pole. So no matter what here, I'm gonna have to create some custom system to make the camera work. And there's two things I have to consider. One, do I want the camera to glide into place and risk, you know, going through the wall and letting you see the inside of the wall? Or if the camera hits right here, do I want to just like highlight myself?
That would have
through
been
the wall
so
you're
much
still
better.
looking at the right distance, and you can still see the wall, but you can see
That
me
would have
through
been
the
so
wall,
much
kind of. I think
better.
that'd be an
I'm
interesting way
sorry.
to go about it. I would like people to enjoy their experience while they rage. Maybe I should leave it. This didn't work right away. It does have a seizure sometimes. We'll fix it later. It's fine. It works enough. But at this point, day one's almost over, and I really just need to start building some sort of a level, which I did. I'm a little bit embarrassed of, but I never claimed to be a level designer, so it's bad. It's real bad. I get it. It's terrible. But because of how bad it is, that seems like it's a really good thing that we can tackle in day 2.
Yeah, more level
I
design.
noticed that I was live streaming this whole thing over on Twitch, and since day 1 took care of all the prerequisites and getting the project set up, setting up the character, all the boring stuff that nobody cares about, I could spend day 2 working on level design, which meant immediately discarding all the work I did yesterday on the level, because I mean, let's be real here, it was terrible. Anything is going to be better than what I made yesterday.
I don't see what's so
Hopefully
bad
this
about
new
it,
setup makes
honestly.
me feel a lot less claustrophobic,
This
a
I
lot
do
more
think
open,
this
giving you more
is
room to breathe. You're getting
better,
as much breathing room as you possibly can get in this game.
I don't think
a
it's that
rage
bad.
game. It's going to be a nightmare.
One of the biggest changes, other than the size of the room, is the orange floor, because having all those spikes lined out was just way too much to look at.
Now, I keep referring to the
Yeah.
level as the level. You would think it's a video game, wouldn't there be more than one level? In this case, no. And that's not just because I have a week. You see, in rage games recently, there's been a big trend of one big level, usually
Yeah.
climbing from the bottom
I actually
to the
don't
top, where if you
dislike it,
fall,
but
you can lose all your progress in one tiny mistake. Now, no, that's not what I'm trying to do in this specific game,
Yeah.
but I do still like that idea. In fact, the original version of this game that I made 10 years ago, the game was laid out in 2 hallways. There were 2 levels, and they were just long, rectangular hallways. And I want to honor that in a way, so the level is going to be one long hallway. But that doesn't allow for the one big mistake, resets you down to the beginning, which is good because I don't want to do that. I don't really like that
Yeah,
trend.
thank
I feel
you.
like it's way overdone by now. But it does stick to that idea of it being just one level. And I think I'm going to make that work by splitting this hallway up into rooms or sections of the level where there are checkpoints along the way.
Right now, there's these save points.
This
right?
is-
And
I'm not
if
good at
I
reaction
restart, I restart
content.
here, and I can keep going through the level until I either make it to the next checkpoint or fails, and I get reset here, right?
So I spent most of day 2 just adding to the level, thinking of everything more in rooms and sections rather than a bunch of separate levels. Same idea, different mindset. And after adding the first
Yeah.
moving platform section of the game, which I forgot
Oh,
to mention,
yeah.
at the end of day 1, I set up a system for moving platforms, which was way more difficult than it needed to be, but
Yeah, that
it
makes
doesn't matter,
sense.
it works. I really wanted to implement
making games is hard. I've tried it.
more specifically, cameras that shoot lasers. Look, the original game is really bland and empty. If I want any shot of turning this into a full game, I'm gonna have to get creative at some points, okay? You don't have to be a kid who loves comic books to love cameras that shoot lasers. That idea is just cool sounding. Give me a
Yeah.
break. So I made a camera model. And
Yeah, I
the idea
agree
of
100%.
shooting
It's-
lasers kind of evolved more
Why am I
into, you know, those
bothering
rooms that are, like, full
reaction?
of
I could just
lasers
end the
that
stream
protect
right now.
one big gem at the end. I wanted to do something like that, except the cameras would have the lasers coming out of them perpetually, and they'd be scanning the room to stop you from passing by.
Okay, here is
Yeah,
where I
that
wanna
should sound
introduce some
familiar if
lasers.
you
I
watch
think
the
it'd be
rest of
very
the
interesting
stream.
to have like security cameras that shoot lasers.
Now, I never said it was easy. In fact,
should
it was way
move
harder than it
this.
should have been.
How to make a laser beam UE4.
So that we have that not within the meta, and then we'll turn this into a Niagara system. A little bit better.
Flip.
Yeah, I had to look up a tutorial on how to
Horizontal.
make the lasers look like lasers.
Yeah, this is
Not
Probably
exactly my proudest moment.
better.
Now, I can hit it, explode. Now I do
Yeah,
it
this
again,
looks great.
Explode. Okay, now it happens every
Yeah.
time. And now it happens when I spawn because they're all right here. Well, that's a problem.
Now, the version of the lasers you just saw was the homing variation, the one that would, you know, follow you around if you're in a certain range. The laser didn't follow you, and neither did the camera. It just, like, it rotates. That's kind of misleading, now that I think about it. You're not being chased by a camera. You're being chased by the laser that is coming out of the camera, which is rotating to face you in the right. You get the point.
See, so we
What?
can
I
have some
don't
very interesting
see-
puzzles here with this, and I can change the speed of it. It's at max right now. Whoa, that is terrifying. Okay, yeah, 5 being the max is definitely necessary. That's almost impossible.
Either way, after that, I did a little bit of level design to kind of finish out the intro to
This
the
should all
lasers
look
to get ready for the day.
semi-familiar.
I'd really like to have a playable game today, but right now there's no music, sound effects, menus. I mean, the level isn't even finished. Come on, there's nothing that screams.
Oh, this is
a
Super Mario
complete
Galaxy
playable video
music.
game." So we're gonna have to fix that.
Yeah, I recognize
right now,
this.
which in my mind means building another section of the level that involves the lasers a bit more and actually uses them to their full potential, hopefully. But first, I changed and added some things before I even started stream.
There is now a new feature. Flying spikes. A lot harder. Laser section.
Yeah.
I have changed a few things. Red lasers.
Oh, I
are just
recognize
lasers
this.
that look
This
around.
is the
And then there
section
are
that I
purple
was
lasers
just
that
in.
are homing lasers. This
All
section
right.
is hard now because this laser follows you.
Yeah,
and then
he's
there's
got
another
it
one
all
here
the
that's
way
fire
out.
Spikes, and then you have to get through here. It's not easy.
And by this point, I'd finally started to get a hang of how I wanted to build the level, and in some cases I got a little too overconfident and ended up with things like this monstrosity. Now, whether or not this was reasonable...
Okay, so he's...
And we'll save that for...
Okay. So he's doing it that way.
Now, whether or not...
Yeah, he's doing it from there. Hold on. Let's do a frame-by-frame analysis of this. So that I can get my ability to do this. Yeah, he's jumping on it as it's coming for him so that he actually makes it on there. Okay, yeah, so this is the intended route.
Not this was reasonable is
And
up for
then-
debate, and we'll save that for another time.
Yeah.
But at least for now, this was a fair
Okay,
point to
so
end the game.
I was
since
supposed
wanna
to
have a finished game today. That is assuming
work.
that it's not unreasonably short and you can beat the game in just a few minutes. And there's only one way I can find that out.
What's up, Blitz?
You available today? Anytime through the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm available right now. What's up?
You want to come over and do a play test of a game real quick?
Yeah, I'm down. Let me know.
All right, see you in a bit.
This is Jacob. He's really good at 3D platformers.
Yeah,
so if
he's-
there's anybody who can give a good
he's
gauge
cool.
whether or not this game is too easy or too hard without developers' luck. It's probably going to be him, at least out of the people that I know.
Oh.
I'm not going to hire a speedrunner because I'm broke. While Jacob's getting ready and driving over to my house, can I even beat the game? I don't even know if I can beat the game yet. I haven't even tried it. Maybe I should try to see how long it takes for me, the developer who has all the insider information, the one who should be able to beat it as fast as possible, should know the number of how fast as possible is. You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to speedrun the
Yeah.
game and see how long it takes me. That's what
I want to
gonna
try to do that.
Go. Can I one-shot this? Now that I said that, probably not. Never mind, I'm a god. I'm... I shouldn't have said anything. Why did I say anything? Nice. Nice. I barely made that. The fact that I'm already here makes me concerned. This could very well become a thing where it's like, well, nope, you need like 6 more levels. This is too easy. Okay, got it. All right. Chaos lasers.
This is-
I want to beat this before he gets here, so
Yeah,
I can at
he's-
least say yes, it's possible. You know.
He's doing it like that.
Okay, so
Then
this
comes
would
over.
have been
This is a
checkpoint,
different-
potentially.
Oh, and then comes back over.
Cool, I almost
But
missed that.
this is a different
10 time.
version, but I think it's...
5 minutes. Well, 6 minutes. Sub 6. I did that in 6 minutes. That was way faster than I thought. I thought that was. gonna
He's
take
good
me
at this
20.
game.
Yeah, 6 minutes is way too fast. This is way too bright, is what I'm learning. If I want anybody to be even remotely
It's way too
interested in this
bright.
game, slapping a big ol' "you can beat in less than 10 minutes" logo on top of the cover art or box or whatever is not going to be a helpful selling
actually
point for the
don't
game. So I'm just gonna
agree.
hope that this was
I
a
rather
bunch of
like short
developers' luck, and
experiences,
Jacob's
but-
actually gonna have a miserable time throughout this. Does this make me a bad person? I'm making a game that's meant to be painful, and then I'm inviting my friend over to playtest, not telling him that it's meant to be a rage game. I am a bad person, aren't I?
No.
Good luck.
Whoop. All right. Oh my god, I have to start from the beginning?
These are tiny pillars.
Okay, these are small then. I'm not just bad. All right.
Yeah,
That's
that
great.
section took me a little while, but that's 17 minutes
Oh,
in.
alright, cool. So, you're such a bitch for that. I hate you so much. That can't kill me though, right? Like oh, I don't know, the hitbox on these spikes. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to redo all of it too. It's intimidating as... Oh my god. You're unreal.
Hard one.
Okay. No, motherfucker. Alright, well this is all light work now. Let's
Yeah.
just-
See, and this, he clearly has added more checkpoints
Jacob's
in this
stayed for about
version.
2 hours, so I kept adding checkpoints to speed up the process a bit when he got stuck, so that way he could at least experience a little bit of every section, so he could give me some semblance of a final verdict.
Okay, this is hard, dude. Cool.
Oh, this.
Oh, we're doing one of these. What the? There's a.
I don't
laser
like
over
that
there?
sound. It's way too bassy. His, like,
It looks right now. There's a
censorship
fucking
sound. I don't
laser.
like it.
Oh, okay. Hey man. Oh wow. Okay, we're doing that. I think I got it.
Are those faster
What
than the ones I
this
used?
room? I'm gonna assume I'm supposed to go to that one. Oh. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, oh, you. That's so fast. No.
Yeah, that.
No. Ah, where the? That? That's it.
Yeah, okay.
Look at it.
But this has
Every
been
step of the
changed.
way. I hate it so much. I hate you. Honestly, really, really good. Dude, I didn't think it'd be nearly that difficult.
Now, taking 2 hours and feeling miserable is exactly what I was looking for. This is a much better result.
Oh my.
Apparently is much more difficult than I thought it would be, which is incredibly surprising to me. I like having that checkpoint up there, but I also really hate having that checkpoint up there. Instead of having the checkpoint up here, have it here along this. That's fine. I like that better, actually. Jacob is great at 3D platformers. I thought this would have been a breeze for him. I'm incredibly surprised, actually. I'm happy about it. Usually I would be like, man, I need to make this way easier. That's the best news I could have gotten. What I'm going to do right now is make a very basic menu system.
And with that, I can comfortably move on to day 4.
Oh
So
my.
it's day 4 and there's still no music or sound effects, and there's still a good chance that the game's not even long enough. I know I said I was happy with Jacob's result, but let's be real. The longer the Rage game can be, the better. After I did stream yesterday, I did extend a few sections of the level, so that helps out
Yes,
a little
you
bit,
did.
but it wasn't anything super substantial. At least not to me. Maybe people who play it will really be able to tell a difference, but I don't know. There is a good chance that at this point I'm getting really, really, really good at my own game. Also, my buddy Andres, while I was making the lasers, gave a really good idea for a variation of lasers that freeze you instead of kill you, and I really think I want to implement that. Oh, and also there's not an ending yet. I should probably set up some sort of end game. I don't know what to do there. I never watched the movie. But instead of spending my time setting
I
up
haven't
the
seen that.
crucial
I wanna
gameplay
see it.
elements, I spent 5 hours adding music and sound effects because that's what I do. I don't follow instructions. I don't do what's right.
No.
I do what my
Saving
little heart
saving
desires.
sound for
Day
last
4,
is a
that
bad
was
idea.
Scouring to find the best, most fitting piece of music.
Can I just do like full tracks, please? Jesus Christ! What if you just you're playing this?
Yeah.
This is so fitting. This fits this vibe so well. I gotta
Oh,
control
yeah.
the lasers. I gotta fight back against the machine.
Oh yeah, this
My
is
own
perfect.
variation of the Lego break sound effect because my chat wouldn't shut up about it. Okay, look. not
I
all
rather
of it
like
was
that
me
sound,
scouring to find
actually.
music and setting up sound effects. A lot of it
It's a
was
good
just me
sound.
being really bad at programming, which you would think by now, based on how much I've reiterated the fact that I've been doing this for 10 years, I should probably be able to do this stuff easier and better than I can. But I guess that's just not how I do.
I don't know. We're running out of time. I might just want to say screw it and use that one like laser room music throughout the whole game. Because this is just the most fitting piece for the entire thing. Because it is
Yeah.
really just like that escape the facility type sound. It's been 5 hours of music. We need to move on. It's just going to be that song. Whole time. Menu and everything.
Yeah,
Either way, the game
that's
has music and
fair.
sound effects now. Great, cool. Check that off the list. Now, what else was? What else?
Oh,
was
he's
on the
doing a
list?
lot of processing in Audacity.
Oh, right, an ending. So about that freeze laser I mentioned earlier.
I definitely want to incorporate the freeze lasers, but that means I have to introduce it. So we might end up doing 2 extra rooms. That looks good. I'm cool with that. We're spending way more time on this feature than I thought we would.
Yeah, okay, look, I never claimed to have the best time management skills or just be that smart.
Oh,
in
who
general.
does?
Like, I really like this freeze laser
I'm
idea, but I
bad at
know that I
time
have to
management
introduce the
sometimes.
freeze lasers before I just throw it at the player and say good luck and then end the game, which meant I had to add at least one more section before the final room so I could introduce the freeze lasers.
I haven't even gotten there.
There's freeze lasers now. Figure it out. Good luck.
Oh my,
So
this is gonna be
also,
awful.
We're gonna have to add a final room of some sort to create a conclusion rather than just introduce the freeze lasers and then end
I
the
want
game.
you to
So I
actually
spent the
watch
rest of
this
day 4
video,
adding the freeze lasers
so-
and setting up some introductory section for it, and then I knew I was in trouble because
Haha.
now it's day 5. So I don't
Haha.
have any footage from this day. And I did that on purpose. See, I cut yesterday's stream short. I didn't show anybody me building the final room
Haha.
where the ending is.
I want
And
you
the
to
reason I
actually
did
watch
is
this
obvious.
video,
I didn't
so-
want anybody to know what that final
Haha.
room was going to be, so anybody who plays that level will not have any insider knowledge on how to beat it. And let me tell you, that final room is a culmination of every single other room in the game. And now, before I send you off to
Oh
go play
my.
the game for yourself, because it's not satisfying to end it on a empty, open conclusion, here's some footage of my buddy Israel, Andres, and a few other streamer friends of mine testing out the game for themselves. Only one of them was actually able to beat the game.
To play this torturous game, apparently. I will not regret it.
I'm just gonna say I'm not the greatest at platformers.
Warning, your hands might cramp over time.
Why doesn't it jump when I want it to jump? It double jumps when I only press it once. What's going on? Yeah, so
That is a problem.
I'm great at this
I-
game, guys.
Oh, so
can't make it over there. But you can't make it up there. Okay, so then, yeah, we just jump from here. Here! Okay, we can't.
No, you can't make that as real.
I got through the section last time easily.
Why does the camera look so bad? Is mine too big? It's probably too big. Whatever. You guys like me.
Oh, you've come across one of the hardest jumps in the game.
Well, that's impossible.
It's actually not that bad.
You got this, I believe.
I don't believe, but you know what? I got this.
You made it!
Oh, someone's calling me on Discord. Oh, hello, Andres.
Hello.
Hi.
Dude, you sound dead.
I'm not sure that I actually wanna continue with this. Yeah, is this all footage? Yeah, whatever.
Okay, I see.
Oh,
Vano. Thanks,
whoa.
Vano. Thanks, Vano. Why is there a block out there? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just get me out of here.
Oh, so there's at least a couple more rooms. Oh
Go
no.
for yourself. It's available for Windows and Mac for the first time on GameJolt and itch.io for free. It's completely free. You can download it. Just click the no thanks, take me to the downloads button. You know the deal by now. It is just a prototype.
Oh,
right now.
no.
I made the whole thing in a week, so I wouldn't expect it to be super overly polished or anything. If you'd like to see me turn this into something like a full release Steam game at some point in the future, let me know in the comments. Question left to ask is, can you beat it?
I don't think so. Oh no. That didn't help me a lot. Oh no. Oh, that's what I was doing. Can I, is there a, nope, okay, cool. Oof. Okay, so that's no good. I think I'm gonna end that right here. That's gonna be tricky. That is going to be tricky, and I'm gonna... Hey, encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. Oh, I'm gonna need to do that. Why is the encoder overloading? I haven't dropped any frames, though. Am I doing fine on GPU? Yeah, I appear to be doing fine on GPU. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, maybe it's because it was trying to... I don't know. It's probably fine. Thank you for what... Oh, it's because the camera... Yeah, it really doesn't like it when I hit the desk. So, thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate you all, and I will see you on Malcolm R1245 and Metalman1245 Vods, where you can see uncut versions of my videos, mostly off Malcolm R1245. But there's a couple from main channel. There's a couple things coming down the pipeline, not a lot, because I'm going to be going to audio engineering school, and I actually want to focus on that. But there's some things happening that'll be coming soon. Technically, oh, actually, I think they're already out. I need to undo that. Whoops. Thank you. Goodbye.